Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is Wheels from West to East. In this video I'm going to show you how to prepare these excellent stuffed eggplant boats. So I hope you like it. Alright, here's the ingredients. Obviously eggplants, tomatoes, an onion, some ground meat, and for the spices some salt, some paprika and some savory. So pretty basic this time, but it's still quite good. So yeah, this is the ingredients. Now we're gonna start with the preparation of the eggplants. Alright, so before you actually start cooking, there's a preparation which takes quite a while, about 1 hour, but don't worry, it doesn't require anything special to do. So what you have to do is just take your eggplants, remove the top of them, the green bit, and just cut it here, like that. Then you cut it in half over the length, so you should take the side, you should cut it like where it lies, like that. Okay, so you should just leave it like that, make a couple of incisions. And add some salt on it. All this does is brings out the sour juice that eggplants contain. So just put some salt. You can use regular salt or sea salt like this, that's up to you. Don't put too much, just try to cover it evenly. And you do this with all the eggplants, and you leave them for about 1 hour. And you'll notice that some liquid will start coming out of them. You can come and clean it up, or if you don't want to bother with this, you can just wait about 1 hour, and then you have to wash them with normal cold water. But I'm going to show you how to do this once it's done, so that you can see the result. So this is it for now. So just keep in mind that you have to wait about 1 hour before you can start the actual cooking process. Okay, here we are back with the eggplants. So as you can see this is the liquid that I told you about. So everywhere where you put salt on them, they'll have this liquid. So now what you have to do is wash them with cold water, tap water. Just wash them more from the salt, and then we'll continue. Alright, so what you have to do next, once that you've washed the eggplants, is using a soup spoon like this, a large spoon. You must take out all the middle part, the soft part of the eggplant, in order to obtain something like this, which looks a bit like a bolt if you want. So it's not too hard. First you kind of make some sort of incision at the side, and then gently, well, not too gently, but still try not to break the back part, you scrape it like that, and keep that middle part, because we're gonna use it for this stuffing. So doesn't matter if you break it in small pieces, because we'll cut it in small afterwards, or just break it apart. So then just make it like that, and there you go. If there's a part that you have left some more, you can always just take it out like this to give it the form. So you should do this with all of the eggplants, and then we'll continue. Alright, so the eggplant boats are now ready, as you can see. Don't worry, they'll turn brown like this almost instantly, it's normal. Next, we'll soon move to the stove, so before you do, there's some preparations to do. So first of all you should chop the inner part of the eggplants with a knife in smaller pieces, like make it as small as you can, without wasting an hour of course doing so, but just chop them small. This I'll finish after this. Next, using one of these grates, take 2 of the tomatoes and grate them with a larger part like this. And lastly, you should clean up the onion and chop it in small pieces, and also preheat of course the oil. So once all this is done, we move to the oven and start the preparation for the stuffing. Alright, so here we are at the stove. As I've said, I've preheated some olive oil in a large frying pan. So now I'm going to start with adding the onion, and I'm going to leave it there for about 2 minutes. And then I'll start adding the rest of the stuffing ingredients. Okay, so next I'm gonna add the tomatoes to the onion. Mix it real quick. And I also add the eggplant and eventually the meat. Hopefully there will be enough space for everything to fit in, but if not, you can wait a little bit and the volume should go down, and you can add the meat as well. So now, once you mix everything, leave it to fry for about 5 to 6 minutes. And then we'll add the spices. Okay, so as you can see, there's some water that came out of the meat and the eggplants. Now it's time to add the spices, so add the savory, add some salt and some paprika. And I actually forgot to mention during the ingredients part that you also need some parsley. So add all the ingredients and leave it cooking for some 5-6 minutes more, or until most of the water is gone. Just add everything. As always, the spices are to taste, so use as much as you want. Mix it and leave it, as I said, until most of the liquid is gone. Alright, it's time for the final part of the preparation before the final cooking part. So, this is what you're aiming for. It's not hard at all. Before you start, you should preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Then you should cut some of your tomatoes in slices like that, not too thick. And then you just take your little eggplant boats and you fill them with the stuffing that we've prepared. So while you fill them, just press well with your spoon so that it sticks better and it's more compact. So you just fill it with the stuffing, and once it's equally filled, you just place it in your baking pan. If it's not anti-sticking baking pan, you should add some oil at the bottom. Just place it like that, and add the tomatoes trying to fit the pieces according to the large side of the eggplant. So this is it. Once you're done with all the eggplants, you put them in the preheated oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, and that's it. Alright, so the cooking is done. This is the final dish. As you can see, it looks nice and grilled. So that's it for this video. Hope you like it, and see you soon at What's to Eat.